With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They run with a second-year man. It's Kenneth Walker. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You look at this Carolina defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll try for the first with Walker, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith on the move to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Young. Steps away to his left. That's caught by Mingo, right side. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now Young going to move him around. One of the Panthers' big offseason acquisitions. Here's Miles Sanders. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Another run here with Sanders. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Third and short yardage, Young. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on third down, in particular not letting third and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on first and second down as well to get to third and manageable and make them able to pick up those first downs. Now here we are, first and goal. They've got to like what they're doing on this drive.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Sanders is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Amari Barno getting there to make the stop.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
When you look at this defense,
they're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
Throwing on third down, Smith. And he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Young now after the fumble recovery, escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies will try and force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
It's a second down run with Sanders. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. On play action, Young. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to be intercepted.
picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Out of the gun, Smith. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Geno now to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, these turnovers are a big, big problem. And a huge part of why they're behind on the scoreboard, too. That's now a fumble, an interception on back-to-back drives. And you just can't expect to do that and be successful in the NFL or any league for that matter.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Now Young. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. That's caught at the 3.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there.
Here we go. 50, green.
Young with it, 3rd and goal. A leap, and he's got it. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Throwing now is Geno. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Following the interception, Young. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. In motion, the tight end. Young to throw it. Flush to his right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Throwing, Young. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, Young loses it.
A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation, they keep the football.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
27 yards there, a first down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Smith. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now Gino. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A very solid gain of 27.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
To throw is Smith. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So they get the 3 points, but they've now had 3 trips into the red zone, and that's all they've come away with.
And in the NFL, the way they measure red zone efficiency and success, did you score touchdowns on those drives? That's first and foremost. Getting points, that's the second measurement. So by that measure, they haven't done very well. They've got to figure that out.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And with a 17-3 cushion already, we'll see how aggressive they want to be.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Red, yellow, blue, black. Black ultra.
Young to throw it this time. Going up top. And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Taking it right down Broadway. Through the middle of the field. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the slot man goes in motion left. Second half will start with a run by Sanders. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. From the 21, here's second down and 8. Young, he's going to change it up. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. Across midfield. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And now they'll shift things around. To throw on second down is Young, escaping the pressure right. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. 3rd and 7 now. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that payoff in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
From the 33, here's second down at a yard. Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting, and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Von Bell, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Panther touchdown.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Smith now to throw. Flush to his right. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle, a 2nd and 10 now.
Play action. It's Smith. Dancing to his left.
He completes this to Walker.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Again, Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the open.
Oh, Young loses it.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs.
I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Right there. 54. Right there. Right. Check 58. All day, dog.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Now Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Rolling to his right.
Oh, Young loses it.
But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
He's got it at the 15.
He's still on his feet.
And all the way down to the 5. A big play there for Carolina. And even 40 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Panthers have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Walker now on 1st and 10.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
19 tight, 19.
They snap it to Smith. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Go. Red 38.
We got 3.
Sanders toss left side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
And he will get into the end zone. What a call on the reverse. It's a touchdown.
Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together.
And now here is another interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Young here to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Sanders has it over the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Ready. 60 ready. 60 ready.
Young. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.